Good evening. Welcome for the news for tonight. I'm your host for tonight, Catboy Kunhua. In the news, France's Minister for European Affairs, Nathalie Lasso, says that she names her cat Brexit. Brexit, as it meows loudly but never actually goes through the door. Just like every other cat. All right. Let's see, up next. Scientists now believe that there are actually 52 genders among the human species. 52. There's male, female, and 50 different shades of gay. And today, speaking of which, today the LGBTQ2 community group, they announced that they will not shop at Walmart or any other store that assigns gender identity roles to children's beds, such as on the left is a fire truck. They market it as a boy's bed. On the left is the princess bed, and they market that as a girl's bed. They object to this. We asked them, does that mean that you're going to start boycotting them? And they said, don't you fucking start. Boycott?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Up next, FedEx announced that it will start trials this summer with a new delivery robot. It'll be the trials will start in Memphis, Tennessee, where teenagers will definitely not kick it over. It has a top speed of 10 miles an hour and can carry up to 100 pounds, which will remain consistent as teenagers will definitely not ride it like a Galapagos tortoise while spray painting dick pics all over it.
I can just picture it.
FedEx said the robot can handle sand, gravel, and shallow water. It might need to handle water a little deeper than that because teenagers will definitely not toss this thing down a storm drain. In sporting news, Los Angeles pitcher Joe Kelly injured himself last week because of his back that stiffened after he spent 5 hours on his feet preparing a crawfish boil for a team dinner. The good news is he'll make a full recovery. And even better news, every single person here at this comedy club is in better physical condition than a pitcher for the Dodgers. That's great news. Right. Now, here is in the terrible idea news. This is a real thing I'm about to show you. Not a joke. I didn't make this up. This is real. Terrible idea news. A British company has introduced a wearable penis camera. That's it right there. That's the actual thing. Now, it comes with features such as night vision and high-speed recording in ultra-high definition. So you can capture with great detail the exact moment your partner flees from the bedroom when they see you entering with this thing hanging off the pier. In a town in Vermont, a goat named Lincoln has just named it their honorary mayor. This is a photo of her. She's very excited as she's about to go to the theater. Lincoln? Too soon? Okay, never mind. Lincoln was sworn in just this past week. Following a ceremony, she committed her first official act as mayor by defecating on the floor. We wish we could report that pooping on the floor of a government building is a historic first, but unfortunately we can't. Somebody beat us to it. However, historically, the first act, this is a real thing, the first act of urinating during government ceremony actually goes to Billy Carter, who stumbled off of Air Force One while drunk and relieved himself on the tarmac in full view of the press. He did this while standing next to a military band that was playing Hail to the Chief. Well, afterwards, Billy apologized to the brass section, and he said the short guy with the tuba really did look like a public urinal. And in more serious news, very, very somber news, during a time of the terrible events in New Zealand, world leaders across the globe have come together to openly condemn white supremacy and terrorism targeted towards Muslims. Trump got on Twitter last weekend and unleashed a tirade of tweets where he raged about literally everything except that. Everything. The first thing he was upset about was the sidelining of Fox News host and Vanna White's evil twin sister, evil twin, Judge Jeanine Pirro. Last week, Jeanine said this about Minnesota Congressman Ilhan Omar. She said, think about it. Omar wears a hijab. That's how she pronounced it, hijab. Is her allegiance to America or the Islamic State? Okay, first of all, it's not pronounced hijab. You racist biatch. Also, in a statement, Fox News condemned the judge, saying that her views do not reflect that of the network. Also, they did send her a memo reminding her that we are ripping on Mexicans this week. Playing off of them. All right. Now, Donald Trump said that the media has skillfully manipulated the coverage of Perot to make her sound like a bigot, and he explained it by doing it like this. Apparently, they pointed a camera at her and turned it on. Not to mention the media gave her a job doing this. That's very, very sneaky. Right. Well, after complaining about how he was portrayed on Saturday Night Live, Donald Trump calling last week's episode very unoriginal. There's a reason for that. It was a rerun. Donald Trump speculated that both news outlets and late-night comedy shows are colluding with Russia specifically just to attack him personally. And he believes that the Elections Commission and the FCC should look into that. And to that I say this. This is emergency. Emergency from Agent Boy Who Is Cat, who also wears girly clothing. Emergency message to Moscow. President Trump has uncovered our secret communications channel. Please send instructions. Also, we need no plan on how to defeat moose and squirrel. End of message.
Boris.
Yeah, that's the way you wish it wasn't. I'm Catboy Kunhua.